Welcome to this project or chapter dealing with stormwater. We're going to be looking at using the Illudas method for calculating the stormwater flows. Civil Designer handles a host of different methods, but today we're going to be looking at the Illudas. So I'm just going to open up the project that you've been working with. You are able to start anew and open up a project that's already been created and placed in that folder. But please remember to save it to your folder for that chapter. So here you can see I'm busy doing that. I'm also going to save the DTM and just call that DTM. It's going to ask if you want to save the road files as well. You say yes, and then I'm going to save over the sewer as well. Not as important at this stage because we're dealing with the stormwater, but it's always good as data management to, when you're creating a backup copy, to when you save as, to save all the files to the new location. Okay, I'm going to go and just have a look and turn off the slope arrows for now. We go to the stormwater, and we are going to create a new stormwater file. Just make sure we go to the folder that holds our information. We call the storm data. Doesn't exist. Do you want to create it? I say yes, and I say okay. Turn off the sewer display, and now we've just got the stormwater displaying. We're going to save time, so we're going to import the stormwater layout from an ASCII file. I was just showing you the different methods of importing files from other locations or other data sets. So here you can see I'm bringing in the stormwater information. I need to know the column for where the stormwater is coming, what the stormwater name is, or node name, and the node that it's flowing to. That's very important. We also need to know the link name and the overflow. You can just carry these on, bringing in all these items as from the book. It's very important at this stage, at the bare minimum, to have the node name and the next node as well as the y and x coordinates. I'm going to display the type and the length information onto the links itself. I'll also be displaying the node name, the cover level, when I'll right click and choose cover as well. So you can see I've got all the information displaying. You can see the pipe length is 0. We still need to run the analysis and get the length of pipe from the analysis. Just going to do a cover level check on the whole site. and update the cover levels. Okay, we want to update the network globally, so I want to just double check that I highlight the graphically marked items. I'll then go to graphically mark all, or clear, just to clear everything, and then I can go to graphically mark all. Now everything has been highlighted, meaning it's selected, and I'm just going to do a crossing selection or window zoom there. I then can go to tools, set parameters, and I can go anything that's graphically marked, I can go and change. So you can go and change the manholes and make them all to be soffit condition, meaning that they all have the common soffits and they're at the manholes, and then I'm going to change the link types to be 100D concrete. You can also globally change all the bedding classes of the bedding and blanket. And I'm going to change we'll set the cover to be 1.4. Okay, so there you can see all the pipes, all the links have been changed to 100D concrete. We're going to add the subcatchment areas. So we zoom into this place here and we can go to adding subcatchments, give it a name. Just going to use the jump key or the snap keys. Now I'm just going to switch off the snap keys and then right click and close subcatchment area. So now I've got my subcatchment and now it's asking me which node do I drain to. So I'm going to put it in freehand mode and drain to that node over there. Double check, it asks us and we say yes. Now it wants the paved draining area, the paved drainage path, which forms part of the longest length for your time of concentration. Now we can start the grassed area. So we just need to confirm the paved area. Now we can do the grassed area of the longest route. And we can confirm the values that it's found. Okay, now we need to just populate the percentage of both the paved and the supplementary area. This screen will look different depending on which engine you're using. If you're using Swim or Rational or Wellingsford, it's always going to look slightly different. The values that I put in here is not the values that you must use for your specific projects, and you need to figure out what percentages are paved and supplementary when doing your projects. You can then switch on the subcatchments displays, change its colors, make it transparent. You can also put information there if you want, like the size of it. We're now going to do the next subcatchment, so I'm just going to give it a different name and start pretty much a similar process again. for the next subcatchment. Your soil types you need to get from your geotechnical report. It's something that we won't be able to tell you what it is. And if you look under edit infiltration rate, you will find the values that we've placed under those soil types. I'm going to give it a name for displaying and the area in meters. You'll see there's a .0 there. That's for to have 0 decimal places. So you can remove that. Replace it with 3 if you wish. This stage with stormwater, you don't need to be accurate to the 6 decimal place. There you can see we've got our stormwater done. You need to do it for your whole site or for the areas that you are looking after. You use different color schemes for various options. Okay, so we need to analyze the network. I'm going to use a coastal storm of a MAP of 550. In this case, the proportional depth of flow, I'm going to make that to 80. So every time the pipe gets to 80% capacity, it's going to size up to the next available in the catalog for the 100 Ds. Okay, and here's your report for the geometrics as well as the flows of the pipes. So you've got your hydraulics, your hydrology, and the geometrics of the pipes itself all in one report. And you can actually right click and print this out. So if you've got any questions in the report, you're always able to right click and say show. So that's what it was showing you just now. Go back to the display settings and we can add additional information that we want to show in the display. So I right click and choose slope. Or I can choose slope ratio rather. The slope ratio, probably to the second decimal place, is more than enough. The most important thing is the invert levels, getting those across. So to calculate quantities, we need to go to Analyze Quantities, and then you'll get a report on all your excavation values for your different bedding and blankets and culvert lengths and manhole depths. So there I've plotted out and I've made the sewer list, so it's created a list for the contractor to set out all the information on site with all the information in a tabular form for setting out that stormwater network. You can also plot the long sections. There, all the long sections have been plotted for the network, for the stormwater network. You can also plot everything out to separate drawings or to the plotter or to PDF using this plot publish feature. Great, hope that was helpful.